Let us not dawdle, for there are grudges to settle, and new entries in the Dammer's Cron to write.
Howdy, howdy, Sudevil here, and welcome to a 2v2 with me and Wyvern playing against some people we ran into online in a 2v2 Geology and Sky SC. We're playing the Dowie and Bretonnia versus a double Vampire Coast build. A really fun build by both of the players we face, so thank you so much, you two, for such a fun game. Now, we brought a build here with Belegar and the Fey Enchantress that like we played a few games, and we'll have games on both channels. First of all, go over to Wyvern's channel, subscribe to his channel, watch his version of this. This is a really crazy game because of how many units there are on there. But go subscribe to him, say hi from me, and there will be 2 games that are going to be just on my channel and 2 games just on his channel, so you can see them back and forth. Definitely go over and subscribe for all the action and say hello. And we had so much fun in this 2v2, and we had so much fun playing all our games. We were like 2 8-year-olds that just discovered you could burn ants with a magnifying glass or something. It was so much fun. Now this build is really this is the Dowie build that I said I wanted to bring with against the Vampire Coast. So really, I have my base build, and Wyvern this build is crazy. We have 2,400 troops, and the enemy has 2,000, so we outnumber them. So I'll go over this build as best as I can, because this is absolutely insane. With the Dowie, we have 4 Dwarf Warriors and 5 Dwarf Warriors with great weapons in the front line, and Belegar Ironhammer, and we have 5 Slayers in the back to support. And on a stealth mission, I do have 2 groups of Rangers here and 3 on this side. Unfortunately, these guys are going to take a while to get into the fight. Now, Belegar is stripped down. He has no abilities. He's just going to come in and fight. Now, as far as Wyvern's army, he has 9. Yes, 9 peasant bowmen, because the only thing better than peasants is more peasants. It's just like this crazy amount of peasant bowmen. You know, he had one of the games him and I were talking about. I watched one of his Bretonnian games where he brought a very non-standard build, which is really fun. I would go find it. It was against the Dowie, a great fun build. He also has 2 Knights Errant on this side, and he has on this far side, I think, the Knights of the Fleur-de-Lis. Yep, Knights of the Fleur-de-Lis, Knights Errant, and in the back, just some Spearmen at Arms, just for some backside protection should it be needed. For his leadership, he has 2 Paladins, and I think they both have the same loadout. Yep, they have the Charmed Shield, 22% magic damage resistance, and 24 plus 24 missile parry. And they have Foe Seeker, and they do have this Guardian, and they have 18% physical resistance because they're helping each other. And it has the Fey Enchantress, and the Fey Enchantress, which is awesome in this build, has a Chalice of Potions, which is her bound spell, the Favor of the Fey, plus 44 melee attack for 44 seconds, which is insane. Arcane Conduit for the magic, Regrowth for the heals, Earthblood for the heals, the Mist of the Lady for the -5 melee attack and causes damage to combatants, and Life Bloom. So every time she casts a spell, it heals everybody on the whole map, all the dwarfs, everybody. And she has Blessing of the Lady, 20% physical resistance, which is constant. Now, I think immune to psychology, physical resistance, here we go. And what else? It has a Grail Reliquae up here, and the Regiment of Renown, the Holy Wardens of La Maison Tal, the Battle Pilgrims. And I think that's it. If I miss anyone, watch his version of this. It's going to be hard to commentate because there's so much going on. There is 4,500 units. There's 4,500 units in this battle. So these guys, this is I'm so happy they built like a double Vampire Coast build. Thanks again, guys. This is a really fun game. They have 4 scurvy dogs in the woods ready to jump. And they have brought a Bloated Corpse, which is a fantastic pick. I love the Bloated Corpse hidden in the forest. And on their front line, they really just have a front line of Zombie Pirate Deckhand mobs and Zombie Pirate Deckhand mobs with polearms. A full front line of that. Up in here, they do have the Vampire Fleet Captain of the Deep, has the Power Stone and a Vangeist Revenge, the Hunger, and Kiss of the Deep. So every time they cast a spell, they hurt everyone on the army. They do have a couple of zombie pirate gunnery mobs just for going through lightly armored chaff. And in for their heavy hitters, zombie pirate gunnery mobs with handguns. Well, there's so many units on this field. So there are the armor piercing variant, and they do have 2 deck gunners. And these deck gunners have the ability to shield breaker. So when they hit something, they have -24 missile parry for 10 seconds. For their leadership, well, okay, I'll go to the leadership last. Another zombie pirate gunnery mob with handguns here does have Queen Bess, which does a massive amount of damage. Queen Bess is ridiculous. And for their heavy hitters, they have 3 depth guard, 1, 2, 3, and 2 depth guard with pole arms for their backline defense. And for their leadership, they have Siloster Direfin, and Siloster Direfin has her whole kit, which is Ghost of the Past to summon the Damned Knights, Song of Enthrallment. This is really, really good. -48% speed, -26 melee attack for 40 meters for 22 seconds. Arcane Conduit, Kraken's Pull, Bangeist Revenge, which again is huge. The Fog of the Damned, this is an outstanding spell. 30 meters, -8 leadership, -26 melee attack. Vengeance of the Deep for the Prometheans. Spiteful Shot, the 90% accuracy on Queen Bess, which is not nothing. That is actually quite powerful. I've done a ton of testing on it. And Tide Call and the Bordello Flabellum, and also the Kiss of the Deep, so when she casts, things will get hurt. And for the other leadership, we have Luther Harkon, and he has the Magical Void plus 33% magic resistance, which is interesting, a good idea, 40 meters around him, and that's about it. But he does have 623 missile damage, which is armor piercing, and he does have this disrupted for 10 seconds, plus 50% miscast chance, and plus -10% physical resistance would be perfect against the lady. And there are 3 gunnery wights, 2 of them on the ground with just more powder, and 1 of them on a rotting Promethean with all of their kit. Alright, so we're going to get this going, and I'm going to do my best to keep up. So the very first thing is we notice they're over here, so I'm going to send these guys up to get ready to shoot Queen Bess. And Queen Bess starts shooting. Like, Queen Bess does so much damage, like boom, right into my Slayers and the Knights Errant. And I just want to get all of the frontline troops up here, and Wyvern's coming around the side. We don't see these guys. We don't know we're coming. I'm trying to control these guys, get them going around this way, because obviously I want to get them in the back. And we're trying to get all of our troops moving up as fast as we can, and trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to gauge this, because we have a really immensely wide line. And already these guys have been caught out by all these doggos. Okay, we've got the Knights Errant. We have some shooting on the side, so okay, I'm going to send my Slayers up in there to help. And I'm going to send one of these Dwarf Warriors up in there to help. And I want to get back in here and start shooting onto these, onto Queen Bess as soon as I can. So there's some shooting coming up this way, and the Fey Enchantress is getting some shots. We're just about in range, so here we go. We're going to start shooting in at Queen Bess as the line engages. And you know, I'm just like, I'm hoping, okay, this is really hard to control. There's so many troops here. I'm hoping don't see it. So I'm just shooting and shooting and shooting, hoping he doesn't see it. Meanwhile, we got this crazy fight going on over here. We're fighting against all these scurvy dogs, and I've got the Slayers in now, and I've got the Dwarf Warriors are coming in. We do have some zombie pirate deckhand mobs. These fleur-de-lis, unfortunately, are going to be routed, which is really bad. And now they finally do see we almost got Queen Bess routed. Like right now in -14 crumbling, and we see Siloster Direfin's coming here. She's going to summon the Damn Knights Errant, and away they go. They're going to push right into my Rangers right away. I'm going to take one more shot to see if I can get that freaking thing done. Right now it only has 79 kills. That's important. Just pay attention to that. Only 79 kills for Queen Bess, and boom. Shut down. Queen Bess is survived and still going. Now I'll go to this side. Really, I'm trying to get everything flowing up this way, and I'm trying to get these Slayers around the side. So we've got the main engagement where we've got all our Dwarf Warriors are getting involved. I do see this freaking bloated corpse of my Slayers. Like, oh crap! So I just ran this way. I was gonna run these Dwarf Warriors into the bloated corpse, but then Wyvern was like, no, don't do it. I can pop it. So he sends a Fey Enchantress to pop the bloated corpse. I love that bloated corpse. So funny. So anyways, good job, Fey Enchantress. So we send our troops back in here, And he does rout my rangers, but they are going to rally right before the white line, and we're still fighting against these damn knights. And he does have some zombie pirates coming back, and the main fight is underway. I do have dwarf warriors in here. I have Belagar Ironhammer in here fighting. We have more dwarf warriors, and we do have Luther Harkon on this side. And I'm trying to get these slayers up and around, but he does stop them with the depth guard. But I am going to get 2 slayers going towards these damn knights errant. And I figure, you know what I'm going to do is I need to bring these guys up, and I need to shoot some of these depth guard. Where are they? I don't know. I'm going to decide to shoot maybe these depth guard with pole arms, so I can actually I'm going to just keep pushing these guys through, and I'm going to target. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to target these depth guard, and because they're chasing, I'm going to try and get them. And I'm going to send my slayers after these damn knights errant to finish them off and try and shoot in the back. Meanwhile, there's this whole frontline battle going on. I have had this side of my line as collapsed, but we have 9 peasant archers. Look at this depth guard. Just getting absolutely pinned by peasants. It's crazy. All right. And these guys are shooting into the back of these depth guard. They have no chance. They're just going to get gunned down. I have been able to get these slayers through to the damn knights. Now I can send them back into this side. And these rangers are going to do just fine against the zombie pirates. They have held them off. And now we've sort of cleared up this mess. We have just 1 unit up here. And now we can start moving everything pretty much into the front. The depth guard are starting to collapse. These peasants are just shooting non-stop. We do have Belagar Ironhammer fighting side by side with the Fey Enchantress against the zombie pirate deckhands, and we have some dwarf warriors with great weapons in here going against the vampire fleet captain, and Belagar Ironhammer is doing the business. We'll see if we can get that out. Yeah, look at that Fey Enchantress, Belagar Ironhammer. What a look at just a bloody mess. Like, fantastic shot. We've got now. I have had these guys rally. They were chasing down my slayers. I brought everyone in. I want to stop them and bring these guys over to shoot into these depth guard. These leaders are starting to push off these peasants, but we have plenty more peasants up here. This back line, we're bringing in these slayers. They're going to come in and absolutely destroy this rotting Prometheans, and we've got the 2 paladins in here are after Silas or Direfin, and we've just got our rangers are just shooting into the back of these zombie pirate deckhand mobs. They're going to do a good job on there. We're shooting them back over here, and we're getting these. Our slayers are fulfilling their oath, getting rid of these rotting Prometheans. That's right. And everything now is starting to collapse on this side, so we're just pushing everything down into the center. And these guys have rallied, and they're shooting into the zombie pirate gunnery mobs. We will finish these guys off. We do have some spearmen at arms coming in to help with the deckhands. And really all there is left is to collapse in on is the leadership and these depth guard, and we are going to see them get absolutely gunned down by the rest of these peasants. I don't know if you would say angry peasants, but there's something, right? we got some fire arrows, we've got some pox arrows, and we've got some regular arrows, and my slayers are just gonna watch this happen. We just want to come in here and get our leadership group to come in and get the vampire fleet captain, 2 gunnery wights, and that is about that. Really, really fun battle. Had an absolute blast playing this, and we were laughing and we're like, oh, there's something coming over here. Come over here. There's so many troops on the field. It was really hard to keep track of everything that was going on, but it was super, super fun. And this is the build that I'd said is basically really super strong against the Vampire Coast. It's the build that I recommended in my video of Vampire Coast versus the Dwarfs, the analysis video, and I am going to get to bring this up against Wyvern in later episodes. So make sure you go and subscribe to Wyvern now so you can see all the battles. We have 4 more battles on the way. 2 are going to be just on his channel, 2 are going to be just on my channel, and we've got a battle with the Dowie versus he's going to play the Vampire Coast, and I am going to bring this build, which I said, we were talking, I'm like, I think this build from the Dowie is unbeatable. I don't think the Vampire Coast can beat it. And Wyvern was like, well, I'll take that challenge. When you see his build, Well, you'll have to see it. It's really funny. Anyways, I'll go over this. The Dwarf Warriors, of course, are very, very good in this matchup against all the chaff. And we've got Wyvern. Those peasants. 82, 41, 82, 54, 26, 58, 41, 14, 15. Like, how can you deny that? Unbelievable. Really, really good. But yeah, you can see lots of zombie pirates. The gunnery, the basic deckhand mobs with polearms and the deckhand mobs. The Dwarf Warriors are so good, and that front line is so strong in there. Belagar Ironhammer got 51 kills. We got, 46, 91, 24, and 12. We did have our right side of the line was collapsed. Our opponents, Jealousy and Sky, did focus down their left flank very nicely in this game. And fortunately, we found that bloated corpse. That could have been devastating. And look at Queen Best, 198 kills. You know, I had just about stopped it at 70 kills, and then it just kept firing 198 kills. Queen Best is so strong. And that bloated corpse, though, got 0. So had I had 3 Rangers on that side instead of 2, it would have been a different story. Queen Best would have been shut down. But anyways, Slayers 148. These are the Slayers that fought the Scurvy Dogs. 21, 9, 9, and 2. And our Rangers 17, 45, 9, and 18. Now for a Wyvern, Fey Enchantress 86. Fey Enchantress is really strong, and every time she cast a spell, she was healing the whole army. The 2 Paladins were flying around, did very nicely, 15 and 25. The Spearmen at Arms did end up getting involved, 2, 0, and 2, but the Grey Reliquary was keeping everything's leadership up. And the Holy Wardens of Le Maisontal, these battle pilgrims, I think they were focused by Queen Best in the beginning. I mean, they're not terribly expensive, but they're not free. And then the Peasant Bowmen were amazing, and the Knights Errant did okay. One of these guys got routed off early, but and the Defenders of the Fleur de Lis, I think, were focused down. We look at Sky's build. Silostra is really strong in this matchup. I think for buffing Queen Bess, and Queen Bess is amazing in this matchup as well. I think just a kind of a classic army with the deck gunners, the gunnery white, the Silostra Direfin, and just chaff to stop everything in the front. And I think Jealousy brought all the heavy hitters. So 3 Depth Guard who are very strong, 118, 78, 65. And the Depth Guard with pole arms are 53 and 4. Now these guys got caught out in the back. Not much they could do. They had to defend against the Slayers. And Luther Harkon 34, the Vampire Fleet Captain of the Deep 44, and the Gunnery Whites 9 and 6. With the Zombie Pirate Gunnery Mobs 19 and 0, and these 2 with 0 and 0. But they were trying to hit the Paladins and the Fey Enchantress. So those numbers are not quite right. They did do some damage. And, I think this overall, though, was a really fun game. We just posted it. Okay, we're just posted in the 2v2 forums. You never know what you're going to get. In there, we just posted in the multiplayer battle, a 2v2 versus YouTubers, and these guys popped in and brought a double Vampire Coast, which was really super fun, and allowed us to have this massive 40 unit build, 4,500 troops on the field, and it was super, super fun. I hope you liked it. Definitely look forward to comments below. I always look for comments and enjoy it, just whether it's a insightful comment on the build or it's just someone saying hello. And absolutely go over to Wyvern's channel, subscribe to him now. There are going to be 2 fights. There's going to be 4 fights total. We had it was before we played this 2v2, and 2 are going to be posted only on his channel, and 2 are going to be posted only on my channel. Just sort of like a cross-promotional thing. So definitely go over and say hello from me. And I think if you like my channel, you'll really like his analysis on multiplayer matches is really good, second to none. I think I love the way he goes through it, and I've learned a lot from watching him play. Especially when I saw how he was using the Amber Spear was just absolutely. He has a game against the Dowie where he uses the Amber Spear with the Wood Elves, and it hurts my dwarf heart when I see it. It is so brutal. But he's really got a lot of insight, and he posts quite a bit, and I think his channel is going to grow, and just because his content is so good. So go over there, say hello, and look forward to having 4 more fights with Wyvern. It's just 1v1s with him and me, 2 on my channel, 2 on him, and those will be tomorrow and the next day on both our channels. So anyways, hope you found it interesting, and I will see you soon.